The local food movement has taken off big time in North Carolina, and that's great for us as a restaurant owner and a consumer.
Youth are vital to the food movement. The fact that youth are the most impacted by the pieces of our food system that are broken.
I think we're on a great trajectory here. The more people communicate and work together, there's just so many things that we can accomplish, I think.
Gadoogie, it's just a sense of community. It's like being with your family. Over the last 9 years, our chief has put funding into a program called the Garden Kit Giveaway. Each year we give away around 700 family garden kits. You'll find talking to a lot of Cherokee people, there's a lot of things like diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure. Our eating habits are nowhere near what our traditional eating habits were. Traditionally, we ate a lot of vegetables. If you really want to be true to your roots, then your dietary concerns really do need to change. And a lot of people are getting back into it.
Well, the seeds and plants from this garden kit get planted this spring.
To our culture, we want to develop a generation of selfless leaders. And that's the purpose of Cherokee Youth Council, is to help us develop them into our future tribal council members, our leaders. We've always been a gardening community, and so we want to preserve those for our community, for our youth, and I think it's great. It's all about youth empowerment.
If you teach a kid to garden, for the rest of their lives, they will know how to produce food for themselves and future generations. If you want a sense of Gadoogie, that's what it is. That's what we're doing when we give seeds to farmers and gardeners. Food connects us to the earth, and Cherokee people have always been connected to the earth.
I think a really deep part of this movement is the stories and the legacy of the food that we grow and the experience of actually growing the food. So not just the food, but the food ways. You know, all these different ways that people come together, specifically in rural communities, communities of color, around food and that fellowship that food can create. There's young people who do equate this kind of work to slave labor. What we try to do is also acknowledge that, because we don't try to hide from that history, but look at what we can learn from it, see the resilience in that process. They're looking for different opportunities in the food system as a means to economic justice, to fill in some gaps around health disparities that exist in this community, and also food justice issues.
Well, our mission is to help farmers here in our region, which is the Southern Appalachian region. And we want to build strong economies, and we want to make sure all people have access to good, healthy food. We're building strong, healthy communities. Our kids are dealing with a lot of problems right now that are food related, and particularly here in the Appalachian region, we've got really high rates of obesity. We have high rates of early childhood diabetes and other things that are directly related to the food that people are eating. The importance of education, particularly working with kids, has just been something that's central to what we've been doing since the very beginning of our work.
Good afternoon, Miss Anna.
Oh boy, are you guys excited?
Yeah.
I am too. Okay, let's get cooking. What's exciting me the most about Farm to School is seeing the results.
I've been able to start a garden with my children, which has been really exciting.
They can learn about fractions by actually measuring a half cup of flour. And you know, that's the amazing thing about Farm to School, is that's what it's really all about, is that these kids are forming memories that they're going to carry with them the rest of their lives. Our goals for the Farm to School program were really to see that we've created a system that can be sustainable, and that we're training the next generation of teachers by working with Western Carolina University. They can be this incubator for all of these teachers who are going to be empowered and go and spread this across North Carolina, Western North Carolina, and the nation. We've created a model that can be implemented anywhere too, so we're really excited.
And you know what's really neat about this too is they're taking it home. You know, they're influencing their parents and changing the way their whole family eats. You know, kids can be really powerful change agents there in the family as well.
1, 2, 3, dig in!
We teach our kids to eat poorly, and we can teach them through experience, through that connection, to want to eat good food.
The mission of NC Choices is to connect the value chain amongst the folks that are raising animals like these folks are, who are direct marketing niche meats, local, pasture-raised, organic beef, pork, and chicken. We help establish partnerships, help people get in touch with one another that need each other's business and services. We provide opportunities for them to network and learn together.
I'm very proud of my products. When I walk out on the farm and look at my animals, I know they're healthy, they've been treated humanely. Sometimes you go around animals, they're skittish and they run from it, but my animals actually come up to me.
Farmhead Foods is a branded meat company, and what we do is we buy whole animals from a network of farms. All our farmers raise their animals humanely on pasture without added hormones or antibiotics. And then we do the legwork to get selected high-quality meats to restaurants, retailers, food service, you name it.
The processor processes them into meat products for us. So we pay the farmer for the animal, we pay the processor for their services. A newsletter goes out every Monday that says where our pork and beef is coming from. This week your pork is from Elise Williams.
Consumers, as we know, are just very, very enthusiastically embracing local food in general. It's knowing they're supporting their local economy and their community and helping to save family farms in North Carolina.
I'm proud that I'm producing a product that's good for consumers also.
People are looking at this as from job creation, economic development, health, access to fresh fruits and vegetables, land preservation, protecting farmers and farmland. It's all coming together in this perfect storm, and there's so much energy. It's really exciting.